What happens when Android 18 meets Maron for the first time and Maron wants Krillin back?
Prepare yourself, Saiyan.
Smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way you never miss a video. Today is a very special day because today is the day that Roshi has reached 10,000 followers on Instagram, guys. We did it. I shared her link a few videos back and you guys absolutely delivered. Thank you so much for making this a reality. She has been busting her ass on that Instagram page for the longest time and it has just blown up in the last month or so. So I really have to thank you guys and give you guys credit for supporting us in this way, because once you hit 10k followers on Instagram, you get a whole bunch of different features on Instagram that really help grow your brand and your influence. So I do want to thank you guys, and that is why I have today's video as such, because today we are celebrating Roshi and her success on Instagram, and I thought what better way to do that than feature one of her videos, and this one is one of the most popular videos on her channel. Now, some of you guys may have seen it, but I don't know if everybody has, so sit back, relax, and let's jump right in to this soothing Dragon Ball fanfiction story by Roshi.
Our story starts off at the Kame house, a few minutes past midnight, with Android 18 opening the door to her baby's bedroom. She watched as Maron slept curled up peacefully on her pillow. 18 shut the front door and turned towards the living room to see Krillin checking the locks. She laughed at her husband's routines. If an enemy really desired to cause harm, they'd just blast the door open. "All secure," Krillin said with his goofy smile. Krillin turned off the TV. He chuckled at Roshi, snoring, about to fall off the couch. 18 put her arm around Krillin and pulled him towards their bedroom. Just as they neared the entrance of their room, a knocking sound shook the front door. Krillin dashed to the living room with 18. Master Roshi jumped up from the floor in a defensive stance. The three exchanged glances, then returned their attention to the front door. They could hear a loud, sobbing sound. Then someone called out Krillin's name. "Krillin, who is that?" 18 asked as Krillin shrugged. "Krillin," the woman cried out a second time. "Krillin." Krillin wasted no more time. He threw back the door to find a woman from his past, falling to her knees. "Maron?" Roshi and 18 peered through the door at the infamous woman who had dumped Krillin more than 10 years ago. They watched as the blue-haired woman sobbed. She was wearing a very short, strapless black dress, and she smelled heavily of beer. "That's Maron?" 18 sneered. Krillin nodded, not knowing what to do, and 18 was just speechless. This was the first time she had laid eyes on Maron. The perverted old man often commented on how he wished he could get with Krillin's ex. Krillin had told her the story of proposing to Maron, for her only to leave him for another man shortly after. Staring at this woman, she searched for any reason why Krillin would find her appealing. "Maron, it's okay. Are you hurt? What happened?" Krillin finally said as he gripped her shoulders. Maron nodded and replied with more tears. Krillin, sensing 18's annoyance behind him, asked, "How did you get here?" Maron pointed to her boat she had shipwrecked in the sand. "Krillin, it's all my fault." He hadn't heard from Maron in years. Maron pushed her head into Krillin's chest and cried. Krillin was lost. He felt pity for this woman, but she had been the one to break his heart. "I should have never left you. I'm sorry, Krillin," Maron spoke. The words clung to 18. Never before had she experienced such deep hate for another woman. "Mommy, what's going on?" Their toddler came, sneaking up behind 18, clutching her blanket. "Don't worry, sweetie. It's just an old friend of Daddy's. Go back to bed." 18 became furious about their child being woken up. She stepped outside of the house. "Could you keep it down? I just put the baby to sleep." Maron never noticed the other woman standing there until now. Krillin began prying away from Maron. "Maron, you're drunk. Let me call you someone to pick you up." Maron shook her head. "No, I want to be with you." Krillin heard 18 growl. She was ready to blast this woman. "I should have never left you. Please, please, give me another chance," Maron begged. Roshi chuckled, jumping out from behind 18. "You can give me a chance, baby doll." 18 walloped Roshi right on top of the head. "Maron, I'm so sorry. I can't do that. I'm a married man. I have a family. I'm sorry, Maron, but you need to leave." For the first time, Maron really noticed the seething blonde woman standing before her, her eyes burning into Maron's soul. "That's your wife?" "Sure is," Krillin replied, pridefully. 18 gave a smile of false sincerity. Maron looked down in defeat. "I see you don't love me anymore." 18 began to feel just slightly bad for her. "Maron, you need to go home. I'm gonna call a cab." Krillin rushed inside to grab the phone, leaving 18 with Maron. "You're lucky. Krillin's a good man," Maron said, breaking the awkward silence. A hovership landed shortly after, and Krillin paid the driver. He gave Maron a weak smile as she stumbled into the ship, and he said, "I'll always be your friend, Maron." As she left, Krillin walked up to 18. "She'll be back in the morning for that," Krillin said, pointing to the boat. "We should go to bed. I know I shouldn't worry about girls from your past, but..." Krillin laughed. 18, you don't have anything to worry about, he said, taking a hold of her hand. "If anything, her dumping me was the best thing that has ever happened. 'Cause now I have you." And with those parting words, they head to their bedroom, leaving the still knocked out Master Roshi on the front steps. And that ends our story, guys. The moral of this one, the best is always to come. I hope you guys all stay healthy and safe. Until next time, Rose Squad out.
Wow, guys, that story was unbelievable, because it was unbelievable in the sense that I thought that 18 would have destroyed her on the spot with some of the bullshit that she was saying, but 18 had a lot more restraint than I even think most chicks have in that same situation. So I gotta give props to her for having that much control when Maron wants her man. Huge thanks to Rosuke for letting me cover this Dragon Ball fanfiction story on the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to her, guys, on her YouTube channel. In the description below and the top comment, there will be the link not only to her YouTube but her Instagram as well. And if you made it to this point of the video, you are now part of the hashtag End of Video Squad. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Make sure to drop that comment with that hashtag for a chance to be featured in my next video. Today, I'm going to be responding to Papa Meta Mecha. Whatever happened to Dragon Ball Rebirth? Really wish that fanga continued. I'm assuming you meant fan manga. And yes, Dragon Ball Rebirth is one of the original Dragon Ball fan mangas that I first started covering on this channel when I switched my focus from Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball Canon to Dragon Ball fan mangas, and I basically covered almost the entirety of it. I'm not exactly sure if there are any new chapters out, but in the next few weeks you will see some old favorites coming back that have brand new chapters that I haven't covered yet, so keep an eye out for that, and I will absolutely now look into Dragon Ball Rebirth and see if I can bring it back to the channel. Thank you so much for your comment, Papa Meta Mecha. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. Take care, guys.
Subscribe for more content. Oh, heaven. Roshi.